chapter number 1.
Pop music to talk about stuff.
Sir Bob Geldof is an Irish singer, songwriter, author, occasional actor, philanthropist and political activist. He's most known, besides his career as a musician, for his activism. Now he serves as an advisor at One Campaign, the organization which fights for extreme poverty and preventable disease, particularly in Africa. He won several honorary awards, but I will tell you more about that later. Robert Friedrich Zeden Geldof was born in Ireland on the 5th October 1951. His father, Robert, was the son of a Belgian immigrant. Evelyn Geldof, his mother, died when Bob was 6 years old. He attended Blackrock College, where he got bullied for being a poor rugby player and for his name Zeden. When he finished school, he had several jobs before he was hired as a pop journalist in Canada for the Georgia Strait. That didn't turn out, and in 1975 he returned to Ireland and became the lead singer of Boomtown Rats. 3 years later, they had their first #1 hit in the UK with Rat Traps. In 1979, the band got international attention with their song I Don't Like Mondays. Men quickly found out that he was more than just a singer. In Ireland's The Late Late Show, he was very brutal to the host, and he attacked Irish politicians and he criticized the Catholic Church. This caused a lot of uproar, and the Boomtown Rats would never play in Ireland again. In 1984, while watching the BBC News, he saw footage of Ethiopian famine.
There was this incredible BBC report. The journalist was allowed to show you the entire pornography of poverty. And that galvanized me further, or maybe I'd have left it behind.
He was so shocked that he mobilized the pop world to do something about this horrible poverty. He thought it was unfair how big the difference was between rich and poor. He wanted, with his connection in the pop world, to help those people. That's why he founded the band Band 8. And with Mitch Ure, he wrote the song Do They Know It's Christmas, in order to raise money for anti-famine efforts. He raised a total of $14 million, and in the first week of release, the single became the UK fastest seller of all time, entering the chart at #1 and going on to sell over 3 million copies, making it the biggest selling single in UK history up to that point. A title it held for almost 13 years. The single was also a major US hit and peaking at number 13 the Billboard Hot 100. As Geldof began to learn more about the situation, it became clear that one song wouldn't be enough. That's why he organized Live Aid in 1985, a massive
Thank you so much. It's been a very great day for everybody.
A massive event hosted at the Wembley Stadium and John F. Kennedy Stadium, with the biggest stars performing, such as George Michael, Sting, Freddie Mercury and David Bowie. BBC cleared the schedule and broadcast live 16 hours of rock music on the television and the radio, and raised over $150 million. After this successful event, he quit the Boomtown Rats in 1986 and published his autobiography. It became a UK bestseller.
With his wife, Paula Yates, he had 3 daughters. They were happily married, but suddenly Paula left Bob for singer Michael Hutchence and took the children with her. After Hutchence committed suicide, Geldof got his daughters back through a lawsuit. He felt betrayed, and these experiences led to Bob fighting for the rights of the father. So not only a great artist, but a great dad as well. For his massive efforts in famine relief, he was knighted in 1986 by the Queen herself. He also got nominated twice for the Nobel Prize for Peace. In 2005, he received the Man of Peace Award. A hero it is. So why is Sir Bob Geldof the most famous Briton? He had an amazing life. He was a singer of a successful band in the late 70s and early 80s. He wrote global bestsellers, played a very big part in the fight against poverty, and did a lot of charity work. Performed for Amnesty International benefit show, all the work with Band-Aid and Live Aid, and he stood up for the ones who needed help the most. Most important, he didn't do it for the fame or attention, and there weren't big benefits for him. No, he did it because he just wanted to help them. He wanted the world to be aware of the situation and doing something about it. By working with the biggest artists, known all around the world, he achieved a certain goal. If many individuals stand together, you can be stronger and work on the greater good.
Act in concert together for something else.
If working with all those amazing artists, singing Do They Know It's Christmas, and getting them to work all together by performing with Band-Aid doesn't make him famous, the fact that he was rightly appointed an honorary knighthood by Queen Elizabeth will. Not many Britons can say that. Besides that, he has won many other prestigious awards. Sir Bob Geldof, the musician, philanthropist and activist, is the most famous Briton.